is Mark Tanner from Strategy and Conversions. Just a few tips for people. Actually, I want to talk about tips for thinking about new product or service ideas. We've come across this because we have a package at the moment going called Momentum Builder, where we have people doing exactly this. They're wanting to add income streams into their business, whether it's a brand new business or an existing business. So we're having a kind of this whole program. It's a 3-month program, which we are involved in as well, where we're creating new income streams into our business. And obviously, the way we're starting in week one is to think about new products or ideas. One of the things that there's great tips for anybody doing this, really, not just the people on our training, is that around the tips around doing these, getting this sorted out. So, if you have a new product or a service idea and you want to think about, you think, oh, this could be actually something worth putting into practice. First thing we need to do is write them out so that you're clear about what it is you're actually going to be offering. You haven't got the products, you haven't actually designed anything yet, you're just writing out your idea. One of the things you need to concentrate is on what value is it going to give to people, because ultimately people won't buy it if there's no value in it. So even if it's even if you're delivering into an existing market, which obviously in most cases you will be, and they will be crowded markets, don't get me wrong. So you need to think about what value are you going to be giving that's different to the value of products that are out there. So there's a bit of research involved, as well as can you combine two ideas to actually create more value. So the first thing is to think about the value you're going to give people. Secondly is how is it going to be delivered? We're talking about in our Momentum Builder training, we're talking about a online product. So it'll be delivered mainly online, possibly with a little bit of your own intervention through coaching or training or that kind of thing. But it could be that you have an extra one-to-one type of product that you want as a package that you want to deliver. They'll take up your time, but you need to understand how you're going to deliver it. How long will it take to deliver? All the things around how much, what are the costs involved in delivering the product, and what are they going to be? So that's where you start looking, well, how profitable is it going to be for me? Because ultimately you're not doing this as a charity, you are creating this as another income stream. So you need to understand how profitable it is going to be to deliver this. Very, very quick example. We had somebody who came up with a brilliant idea, and we looked into it, and on the face of it, at first it seemed pretty good until we nailed down into the costs. And we realized that actually there was no profit in it for him, but we didn't, it wasn't the end of the story. It was then thinking, okay, well, hang on, if we tweak a little thing here and change this there and maybe move this about here, it can become really profitable. And in the end, we ended up with a new product idea, which he is going to launch, which is going to actually be a separate business line for him, and can actually it could scale to even a complete separate business if that's the chosen path he wants to go down. So it's writes it out. What value will it give as number 2? 3, thinking about how profitable it will be, how you're going to deliver it. 4 is how profitable it will be. And one of the biggest questions in number 5 is what can go wrong? What can stop you creating and delivering it? What can stop people coming to buy it? What can stop people? What can go wrong? What are the elements? If there's a lot of elements in the delivery, what can go wrong? Where, if you look at it really, really analytically, what can go wrong in the delivery of that product, and what can you do now to put that right? Can you actually think about problems before they occur? Sometimes you're going to launch it, you're going to put things out there, and you're going to find that there's something you hadn't ever thought of. So the other thing about this is, don't just try and do this on your own. If you have somebody trusted that you can actually talk to them. Ask them, okay, this is an idea I've got. This is how it's going to be delivered. What can go wrong? So that's a really big 5th point. And 2 more points to think about is number 6 is, can you explain the benefits to somebody in 60 seconds? So if they ask you talk about the product, and they say, well, that's interesting, tell me more. Can you give them a complete outlay of what it is, but the benefits it will give them in 60 seconds? If you can't, you need to do that. You need to have that really quick, succinct spiel, if you like, to be able to say to people, this is what it is. So that could be through the written word or through the, in meeting people face to face, a phone call, whatever. You need to be that clear on it so that people understand exactly what the proposition is and what the benefits are for them in 60 seconds. And then the final thing, and this is part of the whole delivery, I guess, but this is point 7, is why should they come to you? You have to be thinking about, I'm going to be delivering this. Do other people deliver it? Why would they come to me instead of other people? And what can I have? What value? Again, it comes back to that value proposition. What extra value? What other tweak can I add that I can include as a benefit that will ensure that people will come to me? So that's for quick little 7 tips really about your products or service ideas. Very, very brief, for you to think about if you're designing something and creating something for, say, maybe for maybe the new year, because I guess now that it's going to be difficult to launch something in November. So it's thinking about this stuff to maybe create products in the for Christmas. So that's it. Just a very, very quick video. Hope it helps people. Hope it gives value, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you very much.